Today I will be showing you my top 5 phones for Metro PCS, best bang for your buck. Stay tuned. What is up guys, TechRight here, back with another video for you guys today. Before we go ahead and start my top 5 best bang for your buck for Metro PCS, I do want to give you guys a disclaimer. Now these are my phones based on real world use and my experience with these phones, as well as bringing in this price aspect and the specification aspect. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at 5 phones that I think are just amazing for the price. And yeah guys, hopefully we can help you out in choosing your next device for Metro PCS. Coming in at number 5 is the Alcatel A30. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at this phone right here. Pretty nice. We have the fingerprint sensor on the back right here. We have the 13 megapixel rear facing camera on the back. We have the 5 megapixel camera up here. Let's go further into the details and the specifications on this phone. Also, they may not tell you about this, but you do get 2 free months of Amazon Music as well as Alexa as your voice command. So we also have a 5.5-inch HD display with 2.5D Dragon Tail glass. We have that on the Blade Zmax and some other phones that we had in the past on Metro. I really like that touch. 2.5D arced or any of that type of glass is really nice on these devices. We also have a 13 megapixel rear facing camera with autofocus and an LED flash. We also have a 5 megapixel front facing camera, wide angle camera with LED flash. So we have LED flash on the front facing camera. We saw that in other phones such as the Moto E4 that dropped earlier this year. But yeah, a very nice touch. We also have 32 gigabytes internal memory plus 2 gigabytes of RAM. Now we have a fingerprint sensor for enhanced security and added convenience with customizable commands, so you can go ahead and customize it. We have this device up for $79 with all offers, and I think this is just a hell of a device for $79. Honestly guys, you are getting a lot of specifications. You're getting a nice build in this phone as well. All we really have on the back of this is the Alcatel branding. I think it really looks nice, and yeah, it's definitely really sleek and great for the price. So this is why this comes in at number 5. Now this is no stranger to me, and I'm pretty sure it's not a stranger to you, but coming in at number 4 is the ZTE Zmax Pro. I cannot say enough about this phone at the price point that they have it at, $99. It's just amazing, an amazing deal. So the specifications we have on this is Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow OS. We probably won't be getting that nougat anytime soon, so I wouldn't wait on that. But that definitely doesn't take a lot away from the device, honestly. We have a fingerprint sensor, and this is actually a very nice and fast fingerprint sensor, very accurate and very solid. We have a 6-inch full high definition touchscreen display, so that's 1080p, and I'm pretty sure it clocks in at 377 ppi. We also have a 13 megapixel autofocus camera with LED flash and digital image stabilization, plus a 5 megapixel front-facing camera. We also have 32 gigabytes of RAM, and you can upgrade this phone up to 128 gigabytes of external storage. You can get a micro SD card, whatever class you want. I think class 10 is the best for SD cards, but if you guys want to upgrade it, you can do that to 128 gigs. We also have 2 gigabytes of RAM inside this device. We also have 1.6 gigahertz octa-core processor. We have the Snapdragon 617, and we have the Adreno 505 processor in this. So gaming should really be a breeze on this device. We also got the security patch B21 update on this device, so that should fix all your multi-touch issues. But if you guys have any more questions or want to know more about this phone, I have so many videos on this channel about this phone, so you can go ahead and check the playlist for them. But yeah, this device comes in at number 4. So coming in at number 3, we have the LG K20 Plus. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the specs. I know a lot of you have been dropping comments saying how good this phone has been to you, how great of a device it has been for you. If you guys want to drop another comment on what your favorite phone is, you guys can go ahead and do that. Remember to do that. So we have a 4G LTE enabled phone. We have Android 7.0 Nougat, so we are receiving Nougat on this device. That's very, very nice. We have a 5.3-inch HD in-cell touch display with 2.5D arced glass. That is a very, very nice touch. We have 13 megapixel rear facing camera, autofocus camera with LED flash, as well as a 5 megapixel front facing camera with gesture shot and selfie light. So we also have 32 gigabytes of ROM, 2 gigabytes of RAM, a 1.4 gigahertz quad core processor, all inside of this phone for only $99. So, you know, we get that Nougat update as well. So that gives us the multitasking option and a bunch of different, you know, features we can go ahead and use with 7.0, but that is why it comes in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is the ZTE Blade Z Max. Now this is an all-around solid phone. I've been doing many videos on this. This is actually the phone that I'm using right now to record this video. But this is a solid device. Now the only reason why I didn't put this in number 1 is because it is a $129 device and we are trying to get the best bang for our buck, so this is not going to come in number 1. But as far as my favorite devices, this is definitely number 1 for me. Really loving this device so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at the specifications. Now this is $129, really kick-ass price. We have a 6-inch full HD display with 2.5D Dragon Tail glass. Now you guys see this reoccurring theme with newer phones. I know Gorilla Glass is another class of glass out there from Japan, but Dragon Tail has come out with a new glass, and I'm thinking they're going to be using them on newer devices. Now I did drop this device on the front side of the phone and nothing happened at all, so maybe it's better. I'm not really sure. The scratch resistance doesn't seem like it's really there. I've seen other YouTubes such as Tony Pazzo saying the scratch resistance isn't really good, so I would definitely, you know, think about getting a tempered glass or a screen protector on these newer phones that host this Dragon Tail glass, but I will keep you updated on that as well. So let's go further into detail on the specifications. We have a 16 megapixel plus 2 megapixel dual rear cameras with LED flash for a greater sense of image depth, and 8 megapixel front facing camera. So let me go ahead and elaborate that. We have the 16 megapixel camera, that's the primary shooter, and the secondary shooter we have a 2 megapixel camera. Now this is used for depth of field. We are using this for bokeh effect, monocolor, and I think portrait. I may not be 100 on that, but yeah, bokeh effect and monocolor are definitely the highlights on this camera. And man, these these features are really awesome. Also a really good primary shooter as well for video and just taking regular photos, but I'm really loving that bokeh and mono effect on this device. So we have 32 gigabytes of internal memory as well as the 2 gigabytes of RAM. We also have fingerprint sensor for security and added convenience, and a large 4080 milliamp battery with fast charging. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. It is so damn hard to drain the battery on this phone. The lowest I have got it to at the end of the day is like 40% or something like that. This device, like, you're not going to need to charge it that much, and even when you do, it charges in such a fast time. It's just really awesome. But yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about is we do have the 435 processor, and on the predecessor, the ZTE Zmax Pro, well, I don't know if it's the actual predecessor, but that is what we had before the ZTE Blade Z Max, so I'm calling it the predecessor for the time being. We did have the 617 Snapdragon processor on there, as well as the 405 Adreno processor. We have a 505 Adreno processor on here for the GPU for gaming. This definitely runs very nice with gaming. I played Bullet Force, I played Asphalt 8, I played many other games, and it just runs really smooth. Multi-touch is very nice on here. Multitasking on here is very nice with the 7.1.1 software that we have on this device. And I have to say, this is a very solid device. Now, a lot of people were concerned about the 435 processor. The reason why they put it in here was to basically orchestrate it better. I know you guys are saying that the 435 or the 400 series processor is not as, not superior to the 617 processor, but it actually is, because the way it works in this phone is, one, it helps out the battery, and number two, it makes the UI run smoother. So in every other aspect of, the GPU, CPU, everything works well together. It's like an orchestra. If one thing's out of line, it's not going to work too good. And I think that's what happened with the Zmax Pro. We had to get all those security patches, due to the 617 processor not being able to handle, the other things that didn't orchestrate well, is what I'm trying to say. And the 435 definitely orchestrates well with the things we have in this device. But yeah, very, very solid phone. Obviously my favorite phone on Metro PCS for the time being, at least. So yeah, that is why it comes in at number 2. All right, everyone, coming in at number 1 is the Moto E4. Now, I know a lot of you guys are surprised by this. This was a very, very looked over phone, but man, it is an amazing phone. I thought I would have been disappointed because it didn't have the fingerprint sensor on this device, but man, I was not disappointed at all. I actually gave this device to my mom and she is loving it so far. Front-facing camera is amazing on this device, by the way, guys. We do have a front-facing flash on this device as well, to take shots in low light and dark conditions. But let's go ahead and take a look at the specifications. Now, we do have a 5-inch HD display, so this is 720, but the thing I cannot stress enough on this device is it does look like an AMOLED screen. Now, I don't know if that's because we have a smaller screen here, which is 5 inches, but it just looks like an AMOLED screen to me. It doesn't really look like an IPS display. But after the fact, we have the 16 gigabytes of ROM, we have 2 gigabytes of RAM, we have 8 gigabytes autofocus rear-facing camera with LED flash, 5 megapixel front-facing camera with LED flash, water repellent nano coating. So we also have nano coating on this, so rain could drip on it. We can get light spills, drizzle. You can spill a cup of water on it and it'll be fine. What the nano coating does is it stops the water from going into your head jack or going into your Type C. Or not your Type C, I think micro USBs on here, going into your ports or whatever. It makes a little air bubbles to stop it from going in, so it's a very, very nice touch on this device. Motorola's never let me down, honestly. They have solid devices. I mean, they've had solid devices in the past too. But yeah, that is why this comes in at number 1 at a $50 price tag. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you for watching through the video. If you guys did finish the video, I actually want you to drop a comment down below saying hashtag TechRightFam. I really appreciate it if you actually finished the whole video and made it to the end. But if you guys did make it to the end, please drop a like if you have not already, as well as subscribing if you would like to be a part of the TechRight fam. Now, I will keep you updated on everything Android prepaid news and everything like that. So yeah, guys, also drop in the comments down below what your favorite phone is at Metro PCS. I want to get your opinion. Mine is the ZT Blade Zmax. This is my daily driver as well. Just put a nice matte black case on it. Really loving it so far. So yeah, drop that in the comments down below. But this has been TechRight, guys. Hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are. Peace out.